Dal Makhani is popularly found in the menu of all restaurants. Usually it is made with whole black lentils known as Urad dal, which is available only at Indian grocery stores. I tried out the same recipe using black beans and it turned out equally delicious. Namaskar and welcome to Curries with Bumbi, and today a very popular dish from north of India, Dal Makhani. I took a cup of black beans along with a fourth of a cup of pinto beans. Added a good 1 tablespoon of salt and soaked the beans in water overnight. I always prefer soaking the beans overnight so that they are easily digestible, and adding the salt makes the outer skin of the beans softer and prevents them from bursting open when cooked. The next day, discard all that salty water and give it a good rinse with fresh water. Guys, please do not forget to discard all that water in which the beans were soaked, because it is very salty and will make your curry taste just like the ocean. Pressure cooker out, because that's how I always cook my beans and lentils. The beans go in along with salt and a teaspoon of oil to prevent foaming. Then add 3 cups of hot water and pressure cook it for 25 minutes. Once pressure cooking is done, allow the pressure to be released naturally before opening the lid of the cooker. Once all that pressure goes down, open the lid. My beans are cottony soft now. These are the ones that will go into the blender. Garlic, ginger, and 2 huge tomatoes. All go into the blender jar one after the other and then blend them to a smooth paste. Pan on medium heat, add a teaspoon of oil, and then butter. I hear you saying how unhealthy, but the very name of the recipe is Dal Makhani, where makhani is derived from makhan, which means butter, and more butter. Okay guys, I added oil so that the butter doesn't turn brown and evaporate. Once the butter melted, I added the blended tomato, ginger, garlic paste. As you can see, the bubbles are bursting violently, so I like covering it with a lid to contain those bubbles, because if those land on you, it's no fun at all. Keep it on medium-low heat till most of the water evaporates. From time to time, give a stir and cover again. The water is starting to dry up, so at this moment add red chili powder. I used Kashmiri red chili powder. Okay, as you can see, mostly all the water is gone and you are left with this thick pasty thing. So time for the black beans to tumble down with all its shiny gorgeousness, along with all that liquid. Add salt. Remember that you even added salt while cooking the beans, so add less now. You can always add later if you find it less, but if you add salt in excess, it will be a disaster. Okay, next is mashing time. I use my potato masher to mash up some beans to get that thickness. You can even do this with the back of your spoon. I added another cup of hot water. Remember guys, the beans do thicken up considerably once they cool down. So add water now to thin it out. Allow the beans to come up to a boil, then reduce the heat to the lowest possible mark and cover it for 15 minutes. In between, remember to give a stir to make sure nothing is sticking to the bottom of the pot, as beans do tend to settle down. Now while my beans are on simmer, let me chop some more garlic. You need to cut them into thin slices. Okay, it's nearing 15 minutes, lid off, and add some kasuri methi. Do not add too much, guys, as that will make your curry taste bitter. And then I will be getting an angry comment saying this is a horrible recipe. No, Bumbi did tell you not to add too much of kasuri methi. A little goes a long way. I again added about half a cup more of water as things were looking too thick. And if it looks thick now, then it will be too thick once it cools down. Okay, another pan on low heat. And then more of butter. Before the butter turns hot, add the garlic slices. You want the garlic to get fried gradually as the butter heats up. In that way, the butter will be infused with the garlic aroma. Both butter and garlic are both like a match made in heaven, and you cannot go wrong with this combination. Once you see the edges of garlic get this golden color, immediately heat off and pour this garlicky goodness into your beans. And there goes my madness of getting all that goodness till the last drop. Garlicky goodness along with Bumbi's madness all on the screen because I don't hide anything from my viewers. Okay guys, the star of the show is still waiting, so please welcome half a cup of heavy cream. Leave a little for garnishing, and as soon as the cream enters the gravy, the whole appearance changes to this delicious looking creaminess. If you are following a plant-based diet, then you can even use coconut cream or coconut milk. Next time you feel like having Dal Makhani, please use black beans and follow this recipe. If you can't find those black Urad dal, you are going to love it. If you follow my recipe step by step, you won't be disappointed. But this will make you very, very proud. I can promise you that. Drizzle some of that cream that I told you to save for later. And here I am trying like a chef to drizzle over that cream, only to depict my clumsiness on the screen. Please do give me a thumbs up so that this video reaches more people. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.